David, what did you do?
I banged my head on the door.
He banged his head on the door. Someone left the hatch open.
Okay, let's tell the full story. There was a boat coming in next door to us. We're tied up at a town quay. We were watching a TV program. And Josh says, is there a boat coming in? So I just opened the doors and not the hatch and ran outside to see if there was a boat coming in, which there was. And I hadn't opened the hatch, and David ran up and slammed his head on the metal thing on the hatch and has cut his head open.
So we've got it's about a 1 centimetre gash on his head. It's the hard thing about being on a boat and dealing with injuries. We're not doctors, and I don't know if this needs a stitch or not. I don't think it does. It's only a centimetre long. Honestly, there was blood everywhere, but we're just gonna. He said that it's more comfortable with a little bit of pressure, so we're just gonna put a little gauze on it and wrap his head out. Put a little bit of antiseptic, iodine, or whatever the heck this stuff is, and he'll be fine, but he's in a bit of shock.
He looks like a nun.
We have gone to a bay. That's a crap bay.
Yeah, it's a real crap bay, and there's just swell like everywhere, and
you know what
shocking
sucks
us.
around Athens? There's so many huge hotels that are just empty.
And they look
There's one here, and it's
really
real
ugly.
crappy.
It almost looks like a huge super yacht.
You're cutting off my head.
I'm sorry.
Go down a bit. There we go. Thank you.
But we got all our rain marine installed.
Yeah, we got all our Ray Marine installed, and we met some Americans. We had a dinner with them, and
A few people on the boat are sick. Jazz and Naomi have got colds. We are off to Tinos.
The reason we're heading to Tinos is because we read this article about it being a great foodie place, and we're quite into nice food, so we'd love to go and experience it. We've earmarked a few locations from this article, so we're gonna go check it out and see if we can have some yummy Greek food.
Does it look a lot nice? What if I do a little bow? And then, you know, as people get older, they need to hide those certain parts of their body. And maybe I should just wear my pants over my heart.
You're giving yourself a camel
I'm
toe.
getting a male camel toe. We just left here and we're heading right now to Tinos.
We are attempting to do schoolwork while sailing on quite a big angle. It's not very easy. And
Hang on, I've leveled out the camera. I'll show them what angle we're actually on. Something like that.
we've already lost internet because we're away from land, so we're down to bookwork again, which is actually quite good, but we're trying a new thing and I'm setting tasks for the kids and they have to get them all done. Our American friends on Wicked inspired us for this. They have to get them done before school is over, rather than like just 3 hours and we're done, because they weren't really doing enough work, I don't think.
I think that's stupid.
How are you guys finding it?
Mum's out of her mind.
What sucks, David?
Yes.
What sucks?
Oh, just having to do it.
So you're doing what Mum says, right? Otherwise, what happens?
Something.
No PlayStation
Oh.
for the rest of the day. Naomi's got it sorted.
She's packing a sad as well.
Are you, honey? Why are you packing a sad?
Because her bookwork doesn't count to NCA.
My bookwork doesn't count to NCA, and I can't do anything on my computer, so I may as well be doing something else because it's not going to help me. And my bookwork doesn't make sense because I don't have a teacher to tell me how to do it.
You're a smart girl, honey, you'll figure it out. It's all good work. It's all good practice.
Shiggy's doing some good school as well.
Yep.
Learning off Jazz.
She's learning how to go on an angle like this.
Cooking on passage is always kind of difficult. Got to be careful. We've got these little clamps that hold the pots down. We've obviously got a gimbal oven, and this one's I'm just sort of on. We're just having some ravioli. You got to kind of, you can still eat nice, but you got to be a little bit careful what you cook. So it's packeted stuff. That's 3 minutes to cook. A little bit of tomato to heat up, and some basil. And what else? We've got oregano, salt, pepper. Bam! It's done. Serve it up. We'll be eating it up top, and it'll be a yummy lunch. We've got about 2.5 hours to go and towards until we're in Tinos.
David is on his lunch break. Apparently it's too yucky to do schoolwork, but it's not too yucky to play PlayStation. Funny that. Bella's having a nap up in her cabin, and Naomi is keeping watch. Let's have a look at her watch keeping. She's looking backwards. Good watch keeping, Omi. Have you actually looked out where we're going? Did you ask for me to watch? If you're the only person up top, you're automatically on watch. But you went downstairs. So that means you're on watch. You're watching Coco. You're only watching Coco. I'm watching Coco.
Just saw a swordfish jump about half a metre out of the water. It wasn't a big one, but I've seen a couple around, and so we're getting the rods out. Got one out, but changing one, putting this little sucker on. It's a little bit smaller because I had a massive big fella on like this guy. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna catch anything, that one. You can take my heart, we made it to Tinos. We didn't catch any fish, and as we suspected, it is really windy. It's meant to only be blowing 10 knots today, but it's about 25 knots in this bay, and we're sort of a bit iffy whether to stay here the night or not. The anchor's holding pretty good. We did have some problems. Our lazy jacks, which are these lines that catch the sail when we dropped it, they sort of ripped out, and we've sort of reattached them. And now we're going to go, I think the kids are going to go for a swim, and then we're going to go ashore. Check out this taverna that everybody raves about. Got a much bigger dinghy this time, and 20 horsepower. We're really loving it. We managed to trade in the old one.
The menu looks amazing, and on the front of the menu it's got this awesome quote. While cooking, a cook must think that he serves the angels.
It's a delicious onion. What?
Ready to order?
Looks pretty good, mate. What's that?
The onions are really sweet.
Looks good, baby.
It looks amazing. This is salted cod with potatoes, and then mussels in the pot with capers, fennel, and lemon. This is incredible. This is definitely worth sailing for hours and hours.
Actually, this is definitely the best Greek food we've had. So
This is the best Greek
we've been
food
in
we've
Greece
had.
for about 3 months now.
No
What do you guys reckon?
It's pretty yum.
Pretty good compared to most islands, eh?
It's delicious.
Definitely.
It's really good.
Something a bit different, not the average taverna. David was a bit sick of eating so much
Salty
Salt.
seafood.
salty seafood.
So
And,
what did you order, mate?
What do you got there, buddy?
Cheese and
Grilled fruit.
grilled fruit.
Is it good? From Tinos, we've come here to Mykonos and we've packed up our dinghy because we're kind of on our way towards Turkey, but the dog still needs to go to the toilet, so David is going to kayak in despite the fact it's very windy with Coco. We've taken some precautions, we're putting a life jacket on, but it could go quite horribly wrong. I'm a little bit worried about it.
So good. Right, come on Coco. Come on over here. Oh, you're a good little doggy. There we go.
Good, good. In here.
He's back.
Hey Coco.
He made it. All is well.
Everybody was shouting like, oh my god, it's a dog in a kayak.
In a life jacket.
Yeah, I had to carry her like a handbag. It's quite fun.
It's 5:30 in the morning and we decided to leave Mykonos early because it was rolling. It's dead calm, but sometimes the swell comes in and we've just been rolling all night. So Josh said, let's go now. Because not only is it his favourite time of day, but it's usually calmer seas leaving early. So we're going to let the kids sleep and we're going to try and make some good headway. It's 30 miles to the next island, which is Ikaria. It's supposed to be normally really windy there and not often easy to visit, but today's pretty calm and it's supposed to be beautiful, so hopefully it is. Still on our road trip to Turkey. We are getting there.
Hello Coco. School begins. Like clockwork. Kids getting really good, really disciplined at starting school on time. They kind of do their own thing, write a bit of a list, and Jazz checks it off. We're going down the bottom end of this island, and there's a little port in there which we might put into, have some lunch.
We've had a new washing machine installed and the plumbing is connected up to this through valve and it's leaking water at a big rate, which is not good.
So it's that fella there, it's just leaking.
I don't know.
See it coming out?
Is it coming out?
Oh,
There's always something.
gotta fix it. Gonna go and get a bit more fresh fruit and veg. Some people coming over for dinner that Jazz met on Facebook groups and that kind of thing. Can you get one of these? Anywhere here?
You'll be fine when you go.
At the gas station.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Baguette, they're called, yeah?
Mm.
Otherwise known as baguette or French sticks in New Zealand. We're here on the island of Ikaria, and some people say it's named Ikaria because this is supposed to be the place where Icarus flew too close to the sun and his wings melted and then he dropped to the sea and perished right here. But sailors reckon the reason his wings came off is because it was too windy, because it's such a windy island here. We've got our new friends from Wiz here. Susan.
Daryl.
And Cooper. And we just met today. They're awesome. They're from the States, but they've been sailing a lot longer than us, so they know a thing or two. Which
We're from the States, but we're still okay.
pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely okay.
having a look for the butcher because we couldn't find our gas to get refilled, right, honey?
No, so we can't cook on our ovens. Can only cook on our barbecue. So we need barbecue meat. But where on earth is a butcher? I don't know.
It's a problem in a lot of these islands. They don't do gas or propane, as the Americans would say. This guy's stealing my wife. Take her to get some propane. Awesome.
Behind this door, something awful is happening. It smells like shit, literally, because
it is shit, and I'm sitting in shit.
Josh is standing in shit.
I'm in deep shit.
The whole holding tank is emptying into the bathroom.
Luckily, it's not shit. It's more like salt water mixed with shit. But I've got a block in here somewhere, and I got to get all this water out of the holding tank, and which doesn't seem to be a problem. As soon as I take a few screws off, it's just pissing out everywhere. So,
considering Josh wouldn't even change our kids' nappies because he hates crap so much.
it's amazing that when you've got shit all over you,
This is a bad job.
it just it's just another job.
It's a shitty job though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Excuse the pun.
Careful, it's going to spray out everywhere, I think. Well, sayonara Ikaria in the background there. Any place where you have to pump out a toilet and clean a toilet, you don't really have good memories. So I'm not sad to say goodbye to Ikaria. We're heading to, what is this place over here? The group of islands. Fournoi. We'll show you on the map anyway.
To be fair, I think Josh is being a little harsh on Ikaria. I know he doesn't
You
like...
have to clear the poos and
I
weeds.
know he doesn't like toilets, but the locals were some of the friendliest I've met. That guy Marcos, he brought us diesel, then he came back with his little scooter to take me to the gas place so we could have gas so we could cook, which is awesome.
Yeah,
And we tried to give him money and he wouldn't take it. He was just a really nice guy. So, tops for friendliness, Ikaria.
okay. Got it?
Yeah.
What are you doing?